this is what I want to convey about Charlotte Mason's concept that an education is an atmosphere, a discipline, and a life. It's not a testing situation. It's a learning situation. There's a difference between learning, internalizing something, making it your own, having it change and form your life. That's very different from memorizing a few points so that you can take a test, get a grade, and then forget about it because you don't need it anymore. And what we really want to instill in our children is an internalizing of truth, an internalizing of value and association of ideas, association of what is real in life to what we read in books, and making connections between what they might hear people talking about in a conversation, making connections with that to something they read, making connections to an observation of, maybe something they see happening on the street, and connecting that observation to a principle that they've learned in a story. This all is formation of who they're going to be, combined with who they are already. And it's something that happens organically. So I kind of feel like a fish out of water because if I speak to a large crowd of people, I get this immediate feedback and it energizes me, and I can tell, okay, they're not paying attention. I need to raise my voice and be a little more animated and get their attention, or they look like they're too bored. They've heard this before, move on, or they're really interested, then I expand on it. And so I'm learning that this show is a wonderful opportunity for me to learn something new. And at this point it is uncomfortable. And I want to encourage you that in homeschooling there will be uncomfortableness having a new context, having a new dynamic relationship with your children, and in your context in your home instead of in a schoolroom. So here with these bright lights, it's very different, almost disorienting than when I was in another filming situation where the windows were wide open and there was natural light and a view of the hillside. And this is a beautiful studio, but it's a very different context. And so going into homeschooling can be a very different context that's a little bit uncomfortable to get into. But we're growing, we're learning, and I want to encourage you that you are learning with your children. And as they see that you're learning and you are maybe, trying this and trying that, maybe deciding this way, I'm not so comfortable with this way, let's try something else, that's okay in life. And that's the way that we grow. That's the way that we learn who we are. That's the way that we learn how someone else is and how we can work together. So there's some encouragement for you. So the three things that I do want to make sure that you are getting from the show. One is encouragement, inspiration to keep growing and to keep learning as a parent, and that you can do this homeschooling thing. And the second one is to get some practical tips and some practical ideas that you can try, like reading a Thanksgiving book out loud. And it may be, maybe it won't be your thing. Maybe reading out loud won't be your thing. Maybe singing songs will be something else. Or some people learn by playing games, like, what's that, skipping rope, reciting something, skipping rope. So, but I can bring up different ideas, different tips. Whoever's watching right now, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever your situation is, whatever your family is like, I want to give you a little blessing. So, God made you, mom, dad, grandma, uncle, whatever relation you are to the children. God made you unique, wonderfully designed. You have all of the treasures and resources born into you from God to fulfill all of the wonderful birthrights that you have, the things that you were born to do, the things that you were born to fulfill. You were born with those resources in you. And I bless you to know that. Know that you have everything it takes to raise the children that you love, to raise those precious people that God has put into your life, who are your flesh and blood, who are your responsibility and your family. And you feel that responsibility, and I bless you for recognizing that you have a position of responsibility. And I bless you with confidence, knowing that you are equipped. There's a lot that we're going to learn. We're learning all of our lives, but you've got what it takes. God's given you the children, and God's given you what it takes to take care of them the best way. I bless you with joy in this process. If you're watching this, there's something in your spirit that's been stirred up to say, hey, this is something I want to check into. This homeschooling option, a different possibility of educating my children. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but there's something in me that's looking for it. And so I bless you with the joy in this process. Have faith over fear. And so here's the verse, that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. So I'll see you next time with some more encouragement, some more inspiration, some updates, and practical tips.
The legal process can be intimidating. You don't know where to start, and you're unsure of what to expect. The attorneys and staff at the law offices of Scott Warmoth have been serving the San Gabriel Valley for over 35 years, helping people just like you navigate through the legal process and ensuring you're treated fairly. You can find them at law888.com or call 626-282-6868. That's 626-282-6868.